Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. This is just a new hair company that I've been in close collaborations with. When y'all can know more about it, I'll definitely let y'all know. But this is just the closure and the bundles up close. The closure does come with a net on it, so it's very, very, very secure. But like I said, when y'all can know more, I'll let y'all know more about that. The hair does look a little brown at the tips and around the ends, just because this hair comes in either natural black or natural brown, and I chose natural brown. These are the knots not bleached, and I got 3 bundles of 18, and my closure is also 18 because eventually I do want to layer it and curl it, but I'll style that in the next video. I plan on doing a chit chat, get ready with me, so that's when I think I want to style the hair. But like I said, 3 bundles of 18. This is the wig cap that I used, and the T-pins. This is just what works for me. It's very inexpensive, and that works. So the front of the wig cap has a rectangle, and then the back has that little V. The front has the rectangle, and usually people tend to line up the lines of the closure with those lines, but that just doesn't work for me because the wig cap tends to move and everything. But so I'm using those T-pins to kind of get the closure flat. A lot of people use the T-pins as a guide to sew. I just use those to keep the closure in place and to pull it as flat as possible. I put my closure in a doodle ball just to keep it out the way, but like I said, I use 2 in the front and 1 in the back, only to keep my closure flat, not really as a placement. So the most important part of this process is not sewing totally through that elastic band. I zoomed in really close right here so that you guys can see I'm only going through that first layer. And I'm using multiple needles. So I'm going to sew about halfway up one side of the closure, and then in a few seconds, you're going to see me sew halfway up the other side. Multiple needles is going to not only help your closure process go by faster, but it's going to help you actually sewing in the bundles faster. So like I said, never, ever sew through that elastic band, only through that first layer, because if you do, it will make your wig way too tight. This is the other side that I told you guys about. I'm using 2 needles, and that's literally going to be the key to success when getting a flat closure. The reason I don't have to add an extra elastic band is because I use the T-pins to pull it really, really tight, and B, I'm using multiple needles so that I can go back and forth to ensure that my closure is flat. So next, you're going to stick the T-pins on the sides, basically on the mannequin's ears, just to hold the wig cap. This helps keep your wig cap from moving too much. When you sew, you're slowly but surely making your wig tighter and smaller. So pinning it on the sides keeps it from doing that. So basically, you see me just sewing on the bundles. I go from nape to nape, which is basically back of the hairline, back of one side of the hairline to the back of the other side of the hairline. Now, with these particular bundles, the wefts are very, very thick. So when you do this flip over method, which is what you see me doing in a minute, the flip over method is going to be too thick if the bundles of the wefts are too thick. So basically what you have to do is push it down really, really hard. I recommend watching a YouTube video about this because that's what I did, but that'll just help you ensure that your install and your wig is flat. Now you see me using the T-pins as kind of a holding guide to guide me as I'm going along, and it's keeping the hair straight and keeping the track straight. So now y'all see me, I'm just zooming because you just sew, flip over method, and sew, put the T-pin in. This is the flip over method right there. You see I just flipped it over, push it down, put the T-pin in, and sew it in. That's how far up the wig cap that I got with just 1 bundle. Like I said, if I would have double wefted it or like put 2 tracks together, I would have still been down at like the nape of the neck. This is really now ear to ear. So then you go in with the second bundle. Like I said, single track it. I typically like to go through the track on that very first sew, just because it makes it more secure. Like I said, also never go through that elastic band, and I also don't touch the elastic band till I get to that third bundle, till I want to get to the actual closure. This is how far up I got with that second bundle. I figured y'all didn't want to see that because that's literally repetitive. So like I said again, when you get to this third bundle, do not ever go through that elastic band because it will have your wig too tight and too small. The hair right here looks super full and super thick, which it actually is, but the hair kind of had like a substance on it. Like if you touch your hair and you feel something is on it, I definitely recommend shampoo it and washing it. I hope y'all didn't hear that before your first install. But again, use the T-pins to guide you so you can have a straight install. And so basically you won't be using that other hand to hold the hair up because that will cause your hand to hurt. This mannequin was like $3 from the beauty supply. This is my stand from one of my ring lights. So if you want to use this method to make your wigs, it's very affordable. I just haven't mastered how to make a wig with the sewing machine. So I just wanted to share this one with y'all so y'all could see how to make a wig for a very affordable price, because the wig cap I think was like $3.99, if that. Needle and thread is very inexpensive. So this is just the wig complete. I'm just brushing it out, combing it out. Again, I know it's giving very much full vibes, you guys. So one step that's very important as well is cutting the actual wig cap off from the closure. As you can see, I parted the hair and I looked and I said, what? I said, that's not right. So you take it off and you flip it over and you're going to actually cut the wig cap off around the closure. So when you do this part, you make sure to not cut the actual thread that you just sewn, because this will kind of really destroy your wig cap. You want to, I always leave a little bit of space. People say to get as close as possible, but for comfort, I just leave it alone and scoot back a little bit on that cap, because baby, you do not want your whole closure to fall off and now your whole wig is almost destroyed. You're gonna have to reconstruct it. I love this 5x5 closure because you can still get that fake frontal effect because it gives you a little more room. And baby, Scalpiana is she. Yes ma'am, she is. So I'm going to style this wig in another video coming up soon. So I went ahead and shampooed and conditioned it. These are the Organics shampoo and conditioner. I love these for my wigs because the shampoo really cleanses it, and the conditioner definitely brings that softness and the fluff back that you need with virgin hair with some bundles. So I'm brushing it out again using my T-pins on the side by the temples, just to show y'all that when you wash the hair, it's actually not that thick. Because I usually typically with a 5x5 and 6x6 closures, just because it's so much surface area with those closures, you typically don't need 3 bundles because that's a lot of hair. I love the curls, and I'm sorry y'all, I'm not sick, I don't go Rona, but I love the natural curls and the natural waves of this hair, just because wavy hair tends to hold curls better. But like I said, y'all, the emphasis and the main things that y'all need to take away from this are T-pins are your best friend. Never sew through the elastic band because it will make your wig way too tight and you will have a headache, definitely. And just, I say YouTube the flip over method because I know people have videos explaining it in greater detail, and the flip over method will keep you from having to cut your tracks, and it will shave you a lot of shedding. That's just what the hair looks like, dry, very fluffy, very nice. I flipped it inside out to show y'all that I still get as many stitches as I possibly can by hand, which keeps the tracks from falling. But like I said, I'll be styling this wig in a chit chat get ready with me, so please stay tuned for that. But I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.